podcast, Behind the Whistle. Hopefully you guys like it. Stick with us. You know, and that's how it's gonna be. What's up? Introduce yourself, man.
Man, you know, I'm Sherman Jesse. Father.
Father?
Of four.
You get your government, man?
I guess so, man. That's how we doing it, man. We doing it.
Govs, all govs.
New one on the way, I guess, Father Five now.
Little Fire got a new one on the way. Okay. That's what's up, man.
Nothing wrong with being a Father Five.
Yeah. God fan, man, you know. Just doing the work, man.
That's what it is. What about you?
Hey, man. Jeff Reynolds. Coach Jeff, for everybody else that knows me. Just get this thing started.
Yes, sir.
Coach David, father, government employee who's ready to retire.
Along the way.
No, just looking to have a great conversation.
Yeah.
Talk about some real things.
There you go. I would say, you know, we're just gonna be pretty much a sports podcast and everything that goes along with that. You know, the culture of everything we got going on, right?
Yep. Title of Behind the Whistle is we're coaches up front, but fathers also. So we got a lot to say on as far as being a father, you know, we used to be players, and now seeing coaching on this side, kind of seeing where the game is going and every aspect of life.
Well, I mean, that's a good segue. Right into the first time, you know what I'm saying?
We're riding into it.
So, what is your guys' opinion on the state of youth football?
As of today,
Yes, sir.
I think we take it a little too serious. But you know, I get caught up in that too because I like it. You know, like I like it, but I just think it might be a little.
It's a little extreme, huh?
Be careful now.
Too serious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily on, you know, the attention of the detail that we take in coaching the kids but I'm talking about the other stuff around it, just the negative stuff on it. Like we took it a little too serious.
Too serious, like they going to the NFL tomorrow. Like,
Yeah, that part. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and just the like I said, man, the negative stuff, you know, the fighting outside, the this and that, all over, like, man, take this little kids playing football right now. Like, we get all, you know, chill a little bit.
That's what it should be, though.
Yeah, lines tend to get blurred a little bit.
I think it's taken away from the aspect of kind of coaching. Now you want coaches want players that already know how to play.
Yes.
And I think that's affected the development of the game as well. You got coaches who don't really want to coach brand new kids coming in at 10 and 11, 12 years old. You know, so is it a problem with the coaching or a problem with the kids? Problem with the parents? You know, needless to say, like I said, it's a youth sport. They're supposed to be introduced to a sport to help them grow, just inside the game and outside of it. So we always preach here about family, but I feel like a lot of the youth football that I see is not that
At all.
No, that's too much like work, you know. People don't want to have fun, they say. But
I think a lot of it boils down to like just they want to win now kind of mentality, you know. So they don't want to take the time to progress players the right way. Because it takes a while. I mean, you're talking about a whole season that it could set you back. Well, setback's probably not the proper word, but
that's the thing, man.
it could take you to get prepared, you know. And a lot of coaches just want to win now, don't want to really put in the work.
Football, that's part of football. You say football, that's a
talking,
whole lot of different things.
Yeah, but we're talking about development.
Yeah,
That was the topic.
People don't talk about that.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk about development.
Ain't no thing no more though.
That's why we're doing this now behind the whistle.
Yeah, that's part of the issue with it.
Ain't no thing no more. Ain't no development. You gotta be ready to go right now. You know,
Ready to play. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And you know, and with that causes all kind of other negative, you know, things like the backstabbing part of it, you know, the shadiness part of it, trying to recruit kids off of other teams, like just a little weird, you know, just a little weird stuff like, oh, I'm gonna drive to a different county to go pick you up every day for practice, like this is like, what are we doing here, man? Like, that, you know, that's part of it too. Like, a little too serious.
Yeah.
Like that part of it. Like, what are we really doing? Are we here to develop these kids and the young men, good football players? Or are we just here to go try to get some championship rings? Because if that's the case, then, you know, this needs to stop being pay to play.
Right.
I mean,
at that point, yeah. At that point, that's what we're doing. Yeah.
You know, if there's maybe that is a outlet or a lane, a whole league that's like, hey, we know this is youth football, but we're real serious about this over here.
Of course, they got leagues like that, but I ain't familiar with the names.
What league? What?
The
Pay to play.
the pay to play ain't no thing. We talking about all-star teams pretty much now.
AAU, which you don't really see a lot of football with AAU in our area, which if anybody outside the Hillsborough County, Tampa area, we don't see a lot of AAU over here. But what you will have in the Tampa Bay area is a lot of teams and a lot of coaches hopping from one org to the next.
No loyalty.
That's my problem with youth sports right now is that you don't. I've never been a part of something that's had like a winning culture when I walked in. Like, I've never had that. Like, every team that I've ever come on, like, needs to say sorry, it wasn't for shit. Like, you know, didn't have, you know, any foundation, didn't have any structure. So I don't know what it's like to come into a winter. I only know what it's like to build something from the ground up. I wouldn't know what to do with something that was already winning from the ground up. But the problem is now with youth sports is that you got parents who don't want to wait for that, you know. And at the end of the day, is it really the kid or is it really the parents? I mean, we say it all the time, like,
kids just want to play with their friends.
Kids want to have fun with their kids, with their boys, man.
That's what they want. They just want to play with their friends.
Parents are, to me, like, they're your greatest asset and your biggest problem, because without the parents, you know, the kids don't get here. It opens up opportunities as far as building a program if a parent wants to stay and see it through. But it can also easily destroy you as quick as it can build you. You know, like if you depend on certain kids, you know, we've had kids in the past where we coach and they've been like coaches on the field, and then they leave, and then you know, now you got to look for another leader. You know what I'm saying? So there's no loyalty in youth sports, which is crazy to me because you know, we preach as parents and older individuals with work and relationships, you know, your family and relationships about loyalty. But when it comes to youth sports and staying with a team, there's no fucking loyalty.
No.
There's no loyalty at all. Like, you know, they will, you know, my kid ain't getting enough carries, I'm going here.
But people are going to combat you know, combat that with, I want my kid to get reps.
Right.
My kid needs to get reps.
Right. You know, I'd be the first one to say, like, I hate seeing, like, a big thing that, you know, you guys talk about all the time is, like, daddy ball. You know, like, we don't advocate for daddy ball at all. But another problem that encompasses is that, you know, a lot of times your volunteers are fathers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you know, I don't know 30 plus coaches for an organization that are going to want to come someplace that don't have a kid and coach.
Like, or some kind of relation to a player on the team.
100%.
Uncle, grandson,
like
little brother, cousin, little cousin.
Right.
No way around
that. But we actively look for that though. Like, that's something that when we're looking for coaches that come help, we actively, oh, you ain't got no kids, you still, oh yeah, come on.
Right.
You know, then or you want to coach a level that your kid doesn't play on, oh yeah, come on.
Right. 100%. Yeah.
So, you know, but that's also part of what helps. I don't know if I want to say turn it around here, but you know, we're headed in a certain direction.
It put us in a direction.
And they had a big hand in our culture.
Yeah,
for sure. In a direction,
for sure, man. Because like, we really when we all first got here, we noticed things that we wanted our kids to experience that they weren't getting, and we all pretty much put our minds to it to be like, yo, let's provide the absolute best football experience for these boys.
Right.
And yet winning is a big part of that. Championships is a big part of that. But also like the cool stuff, like to make sure we have brand new uniforms, you know, the coolest uniforms. Make sure we have YouTube channels.
Yeah, championship belt.
Yeah, championship belt, big
Turnover
play chains, you know, tunnels to run through, you know, just end of the year parties, everything to make sure these kids, when they grow up, they can install the love of the game to their kids, man. You just kind of passing it on. But what we got now is these parents want to win right. They want their kid to win right now. They want to be able to post their kid on Facebook with a championship trophy, like, look at my kid.
Right. And the kid might not even play the lit.
You know?
You can't even really put that big on one circle. It's like, I mean, it's a lot of things for what it could be, what it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like anything, multifaceted.
How you put it, they definitely messing the game up.
Yeah.
I mean, just
To David's point, they definitely make it harder.
They do.
like, hey,
They make it harder to coach.
You know, and I'm not taking shots like parents, you know, any parents that I've coached your kid, like, I love you guys,
No.
but, you know, but some of y'all, you know,
that's
some of
hard.
Some of y'all, and y'all know who y'all are.
That's the truth about it. You got
It's a reality, man. Some
You
of
gonna
y'all
have
parents
good
make it
people,
hard
you gonna have
for us.
some-
like, I mean, you know, bouncing your kid around from org to org, like, what are you teaching them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen the arguments. Like, I've seen the arguments. You know, I'm gonna put my kid in the best situation, but like, are you really putting them in the best situation? Because what adversity have they had to face, right? You play on a team that, look, I played on a team that's only won one game in a season, right? I learned a lot from that season, of not just about as my team, but as a player, like if I'm gonna quit or I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're got a player that's not on a good team, build that team up. But no, it's like, oh well, this team sucks, so I'm gonna take them over here.
You ain't getting no fair shot.
You know, so it's, and then when you don't have a say in where they go, right? Whether that be high school, college, whatever, what are you gonna say then?
Yeah.
And so, are you gonna fight for the position? You didn't build them to fight. You built them to quit and give up and go somewhere else.
Well, now they're gonna, you know, now with the money involved in it too. Now they're gonna be trying to go wherever the money is.
Right.
They're gonna be chasing the dollar
And
now.
it's going all the way down to high school. with
I
the
mean,
money. Next thing you know, it's gonna be little league kids getting sponsored too, bro.
Right.
There's,
Well,
you gotta think.
I think we already there though.
We're already there.
We're already
We're
there.
already there with helmet deals.
Yes, but what I'm saying is like, okay, so in skateboarding, right? You can be a sponsored skater and be like 12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be, oh, I'm sponsored by this skateboard company or this skateboard, like legit. And it's so there's already a precedent for it, and there's already a way to look and be like, yo, it works over here.
Right.
So there's already a way to be like, yo, this is.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's coming, and it's gonna be, and when that happens, it's gonna get real weird.
It's tough.
It's
man.
gonna get
I mean,
really weird.
It's
Dog.
already weird enough.
You know what I'm saying?
You're asking for young athletes to comprehend like an adult aspect of the game, and that's the business side of it. And most kids are like, you say, they're playing for fun. Like they should be playing for fun,
Should be.
right? But we, you know, what are we instilling in them? We're putting so much pressure on these kids, so much pressure to get deals, or you're gonna go next level, or you know, we're dependent on you, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fun is just, it's sucked out of that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, any organization that's doing really, really well, and they're, you know, what they're giving them certain things or whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, do you really care about the player? Do you care about the family? You know what I'm saying? Like, if something were to happen to that player, would you be there? Would you support that? Like,
Yeah, you go to
like
funeral.
Sherm said it best, right? Like, you look for a place that's going to care about you as a player. And I think that's the biggest problem with what we see now is like, you're just a number. Right?
Yeah.
You're just a number, and you're just a number, and that's all you ever gonna be. And as soon as you don't start performing for me, guess what? I'm gonna move on to this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, man. Like I get the dog mentality and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, man, when we leave this life, all you have is relationships after that. So like, and it starts with the kids, you know, and like we have a relationship with all of our kids. You know, whether quiet, loud, different personalities, all that. You know, they're gonna remember that. You know, at the end of the day, as a coach, it's hard to watch. You know, it's hard to watch because you see, you know, we've had players that left and went other places, and like they were told one thing and something else happened.
Yep. That happens pretty much all the time.
And I would never tell a parent.
Most.
I'll never tell a parent where to put your kid at. you know, that's at the end of the day, that's up to you what you want to do.
Like you said, go somewhere where they gonna care about you.
Where they gonna care about you.
Yep.
You know, especially on the high school level. You know,
Yeah.
you know, I never thought about that, but talking to Sherm, like, I mean, he makes a valid point. Like, you know, you can go to some place that's really good, really successful, winning records, titles, all that stuff. But what do you mean to that program? Like, what do you, like, if you were to leave, would they even know who you were? Like, if something happened with your family, would they be there to support? If your grades are going off the rails, like, would they be there to help you out with that? You know, if you got a program that's not willing to help you do that as a player, I would tell the kid not to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be there. Like, because at the end of the day, like, they don't care about you as a person. You know what I'm saying? They may act like it, but are they showing it? You know, what have you done for me lately, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So
where it really matters.
Where it really matters, yeah. So as a coach, it's hard to watch. You know, like, I love the game. I love football. You know, I've been doing it since I was little. You know, met a lot of great people in the sport. But what's going on now is just, it's almost like heartbreaking to watch. But you still want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to play devil's advocate though, because I do kind of like the way it's going, like the exposure of it, right? And with technology now, I just think there's a certain way you could do it to where it maintains the integrity of the game, and you look out for what's at the youth level, and you look out for the kids and the families too.
I mean, that's the thing about the youth level. All these volunteer.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
at
Without
this
the
point,
financial
while we
backing.
volunteer, it doesn't mean we don't talk about it. Really, just be honest with you,
Hey,
but
we
people
here.
gonna make, you know what I'm saying? People gonna make it what it is. So yeah,
We here.
That's it.
the more you get into it, I mean, the crazy part is the high school part of it. That's
when you
that's
really,
different subject right there.
For sure.
Like,
But then
that's what we
too,
talk about. Literally, you shouldn't even really be no talk about it,
but even then,
even though it's happening. But
It's happening.
it's coming. It's on the way, dog. For sure. But like what Barry was over there was talking about, like, you know, in you and you too. Do these schools really care about you as a person, right? And but here too, you know, we're over here talking about loyalty, but the programs don't have loyalty to the players. So why should the players have real loyalty to the program? Why shouldn't I hit this transfer portal? Because if I break my leg right now, you're not sending flowers to my hospital room. You know, but so you know, there's always that balance of like, yeah, let's be loyal, but at the same time, hey, next man up.
yeah, that's the name of the game.
I think that I agree
Next man up.
100% what you're saying, Mike. Like, I think another thing that comes into play too is, as a coach, like, are you a good coach? Because players will follow a coach.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
what we just saw, like, what was
stay
that?
for a coach.
Was that Michigan State? Michigan State, right? Michigan State had a coach who just left, went to another team that was the worst one in conference, and the whole, like, almost all their starting players jumped into the portal. So
Marshall.
No,
Marshall, right? Yeah. So I just go to show you, like, to me, like, coaching does make a big impact, and it can be about the NIL money and all the deals and loyalty and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, man, if you have a coach that's impactful, players will follow a good coach.
That actually cares about you.
That care about you.
Well, that's how you combat it.
that-
You just figured it out. That's how you combat it.
That's the people that actually got a I guess do I want to say conscious, or that's the people that really got a real feel. Now you got motherfuckers who, I mean, you arrive for them to do all that shit though, but they still gonna be like, they still gonna be for themselves though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel like that's
Some you show love to some of them, and they like,
You're
yeah,
still,
something.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
You're still gonna have the people that are self-centered, kind of just looking out for themselves.
It's all about me.
Self-preservation.
It's so crazy, you know, we preach about football, how it's a team sport, but then, like, everything outside of that is like me.
It's a business, man.
Yeah.
What
it
bills
is.
am I getting? What are you doing for me? All that stuff, man. You know, so
like you said,
it's crazy, man.
Even
what have you done for me lately? For sure.
even at this stage, it's a business in that aspect, because it's like, what have you done for me? Like you said, you mentioned a few minutes ago, you know, we've had players that didn't get their way. You know, they're not doing exactly what they want to do. You got coaches that make promises to them, or buy them a brand new helmet and stuff like that, and then like that, they're gone.
They're gone,
You know,
yeah.
even though we've spent years developing those players.
Yeah, getting them to that point where they're good enough to be recruited from other teams.
And knowing these players.
When we get them, but for real.
And knowing the players on a personal level, and that's still not enough to hold them. You know,
But at the youth level, is that the kid or is that the parent?
You gotta blame the parent because they the one in control. It's supposed to be, right?
You know,
It's supposed to be.
Supposed to be, but now
they're supposed to be the one.
But now we're talking about today's day,
Right.
like today's type of parent. Not, for the most part, they let the kids run the show.
Man, most of them you talk to, they run the show. You know.
That's a parenting problem.
But you gotta put
That's
that.
a
Man,
cultural
I gotta put that on the
problem.
parent. That's what. Yeah, I mean you gonna take it up. Yeah, but
I didn't want to take it there, but we're there now.
The parent going, y'all
take it all away, coach.
Too late, no take
running
back.
around,
just
getting tricked out with everything. So I mean,
Getting tricked out for YouTube views.
motherfucker take
Likes.
anything. Go for anything they see. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. Like,
Yeah.
man, I mean, I give you $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like,
come over here.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there you go. Like, you ain't get $25. You know what I'm saying? So.
Got 1 million pesos.
Yeah.
so you see it as a coach. So as a father, if you had if you have you have a player you have a son that's playing football and you kind of see a similar situation, like how are you approaching them and telling them, giving them good advice on what their next move should be? Should they try to jump to another school? Should they stick it out? Like, what, as a father and being in football and knowing the game, like, what do you say to your son on that? Like, do you want to teach him adversity, or you just say, hey, look, it ain't going your way, jump and go to the next
I've
place?
actually dealt with that with my oldest, and I know you've dealt with it previously. Really, I mean, you gotta have the conversation with your son first to kind of see his point of it. I've actually went and had a meeting with the coach to kind of get the whole aspect of it and put it together. But at the end of the day, it's like, depending on the situation, obviously there could be worse situations going on, mistreatment in the field house, on the field, antics, stuff like that. But if it's just a kid not getting a position he wants or whatever like that, or not getting enough playing time, and I mean, at the end of the day, we got to go back to our old school roots. I like to be an old school guy. Hey, have you been working hard enough? What are you doing to actually get that playing time?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So now, at the end of the day, if he does all that stuff and goes through the hurdles, and we're still getting this kind of treatment from the coach, then now you kind of got to cross that bridge.
Yeah, you gotta make a move at that point. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, my thing is to make them go through you got to go through the adversity in order to get through and kind of build that character. So.
I would say
that's the thing. Like, do you tell them
purely
to say
situational.
Yeah.
It's really
it is.
That's exactly right there. I'm about to say,
It's situational because if it's just you being entitled, then but you should stay, bro. It's like, stop. But if it's like, hey, if there's some validity to what you're saying, then you got to take care of you. Right. And I want you to take care of you, 100%. And I'll drive you to the next place. Right.
That's it. Yeah.
The thing about that, the real thing about that is it happens so much. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, it happens so much. Yeah. Like that's really the reality to most of them kids that play high school football. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We only seeing the 5 stars. You know what I'm saying? This guy, this whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, all the talent, blah blah blah. But they don't talk about them guys that work. Right. And don't never get no love. You know what I'm saying? They really had to take that whole long way to get there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But in all actuality, like that was the good thing about it, because the dude that was 5 star, they did this to him.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, you got the aspects of it too.
It's definitely situational though. So it's just whatever the how the situation fit for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to really, like you said, really everything they say. You know what I'm saying? You got to put it all together, figure out what's gonna be best for you. Really. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You putting it in that situation. Mm-hmm. It is a team thing. All that you gonna think about every aspect of it. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Right. You still might do everything right
It's still not.
Still don't get no,
Still
no love. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
Well, and the other part of that too is at the end of the day, coaches know what the next level is looking for, so they're looking for certain heights, looking for certain builds, and you may be able to put a good skill set on the field during practice and all that, but you don't fit that criteria, so they're not really trying to.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're really not trying to put you on a pedestal because we know that's not what they're looking for. And that's kind of where we got away from.
You know, this is good though because you know you've experienced it from the father side of point of view. You've experienced it from the player, side of things. Yeah. So it's like you know.
And the other aspect of it.
You really had to deal with that from firsthand.
100%. I mean, I say it. I mean, it all depends on like what you got in your corner too. So
yeah, it's tough, man, because like I feel like as a head coach, you it's your program and you're leading it a certain way. And I just this is just me personally speaking from what I've seen. Like you got coaches that want you to buy into a system, buy into a program, buy into a process, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, and you want to hold players accountable, but then your stars you don't hold them accountable. Right. But your second guy, your second string guys, or your guys that show up every day, they're not. They're there every day. They're at the workouts. They're eating right. They're in the playbook. They're on scout. They're on special day. Whatever they're doing, everything you ask them to do. Yeah. But you want them to buy in. But then like when it comes to this star, you're too busy kissing this star's ass and not holding them accountable. So right. And then your program doesn't. To me, like when I hear that as a parent, your program has no validity to it.
So what you're saying is you want them to buy. You want the players to buy into the coaching, what the coach is saying, but them coaches aren't buying into them lower level kids.
No, not at all.
It ain't even really the lower level though.
And I mean,
what I'm just saying,
because you might have
separation from like the stars.
I get what you're saying.
The five star guy, but you got Joe over here. Who just as good at, what I'm saying? When he touch it one time, he take it every time. Then you got.
But because he ain't 6'3",
and
200
pounds.
To
do everything too. He only getting 2 yards carry.
So he's not the right mold. But this dude Joe, as you said, does the same thing that this guy does, but he just doesn't fit the mold.
Yeah.
So he's not getting the
getting that love
and accolades
until they need him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They need it first down.
Until it's 31. Until it's 31, and we know Joe go get a 7 right now. Come on, Joe.
Yeah, when
Come
the
on,
other
little
cat,
Joe.
when the other cat, when the starter's
now I got 3 more. I got 3 more chances to give to my boy now.
Yeah. The star. Now the star, you go do something 2 more times.
And then we're gonna get some good film on him. But Joe, we'll wait till next year to see what happens.
Joe, you'll go be a policeman after high school, Joe. We're not worried about you going to college.
Joe will be benched because by the time he's a senior, it'll be somebody else's turn, and then Joe will just be sitting on the sideline.
That's a. I mean,
he's not still a bench though, but
because the next man came through, the next stud came through.
To the head coaches, man, like if you're sitting there telling players to, and you got however many kids on your roster, and you're telling them to buy in, and you're not holding your stars accountable, like you have no validity to your program whatsoever.
Well, the buy-in,
they ain't bought in though.
The buy-in process. There you go. The buy-in process goes both ways.
They need somebody to buy in so that they can buy in. That's good. That's what that is.
Yeah, but you can have.
Yeah, but they want the boys to buy in. Once the boys buy in, they like, I'm on to something now.
Mm-hmm.
You got these motherfuckers ain't got no real foundation though.
I'm not have to do nothing now. Just
let
them work on.
That's
the easy route. We're right back to it. The easy route.
The easy route. So now we're not developing again.
The thing about it is
that's full circle.
You got a plan. You make that shit into what you want it to be. That's the thing.
I agree.
You ain't waiting. I ain't waiting on to see what my team doing. This is what I'm finna make my team be what I want it to be.
Yeah.
You know.
That sounds like
that's what I'm supposed to be.
But we're not gonna go there today.
That's how I'm supposed to be. But
we're in the next episode, Coach.
Later down the road.
Hospital, yeah.
That's definitely later down the road.
Funny stuff, man. Crazy.
Shoot, all the way through.
Really, I mean, you think you heard it all, but you don't even really know what be going on.
I feel like Sherman just had like a flashback.
Yeah, it looked like you had a little flashback. Run through it all. We got one.
Or not.
Everything we wanted.
Well, the last thing is how important is loyalty in youth sports?
I think we kind of touched on that.
Is it important? I've been saying, like, is it important? Is it not important? Have we gotten past that part? Should that even be taken into consideration?
I think it's
it's
very important.
I think it's definitely important,
I
but I know
loyalty
Mike
in
touched on this
sports.
earlier. It's like next man up, though. I mean, it's important.
We say loyalty, but loyalty from what side? From the team side or the player side?
It's got to be collective. It's got to be
all around.
It has to be about.
It's gotta come from both sides.
It has to be
Yeah,
about.
Is loyalty the word though?
100%.
Well, right now it is. You got a better word we can throw it in there, but loyalty is definitely a two-way street. It's not something we just say, hey.
To me, like that.
The question was,
I could be loyal to you.
is it important in
I'm
youth
not gonna
sports?
fuck about you.
Yes.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. It's not
Yeah.
a
Like I
two-way
mean,
street.
yeah.
But you know,
So you're putting
Loyalty
you
is,
put
I mean, it's
limitations on the
limited.
loyalty.
It's limitation on it.
But see, loyalty is all in or no, right? Is it not?
It's either you're in or not.
If one
To a
side is
certain-
committing,
What? I mean,
listen,
we talking 90s. We
So-
talking 80s. I mean, we talking
current.
We talking about these guys now. I mean,
No,
right
sir.
now ain't no loyalty though.
I mean, there's a
We're talking
definition
about-
change.
That's
we're
my
talking
thing.
about
My thing is
us as coaches.
these young
Yeah, man.
folks changed it. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are we
That's
teaching
it,
them?
yeah.
What is loyalty?
Are we teaching them that being loyal is important?
So we're
Are
talking
we
about the
teaching
real.
them?
Okay, so that's okay.
We're
So
talking
now
about
you
real,
switch the
like,
question
real.
up.
No.
So now you switch the question up.
Is it
No,
important?
but no. You asking, is it important? I'm saying it's a couple questions. I mean, it's a couple answers to that answer. To an extent,
To a certain
for
point.
us,
To a certain point.
we do want it to be like that, but that ain't what we get though. You know what I'm saying? So we really not getting loyalty. We got loyalty from everybody here.
No, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? But
We don't have.
is that what we want? Yeah, that's what we live by. That's what I mean. We loyal.
Yeah.
That's what we live by. But I'm saying,
Right.
is that shit really important in youth sports? No, it's not. It's not.
Overall, no.
It's
Overall, no. But when you
If
zoom
you
into
can get,
the,
I mean,
when
if you
you
can get what you
zoom
need,
into the
I mean,
team level,
what loyalty got to do with it? It ain't really no loyalty there. It's more of like we've been saying this whole time. What have you done for me lately? You know, as long as I can keep on making it
move forward.
fun at the moment, you know what I'm saying? I'm winning, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting my touches, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the situation is, I'm making plays at the same time because you got motherfuckers who will make plays. I mean, who won't make no plays, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But maybe they was the leader that whole game. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they was the shooter on the sideline. They kept everything going and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Hyping
But
everybody
that might
up.
not be good enough for them, though, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that might be
Even though that's what they good at, though.
that
You know
might
what I'm
be
saying?
the little
It's just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's a lot of different avenues to go to for that question right there.
Right.
That's what I would
I
say.
see where you're going now. With that could have been John on the sideline, good leader on the sideline. The coach just wouldn't get him his touches. That goes back to what we were talking about earlier with the high school. So
I mean,
I get where you're going.
you would want loyalty, yeah, for sure.
Ideal, we want loyalty.
Yeah, but we ain't getting that. I mean, I think that's what I'm saying. I think that's so far gone. I mean, of course we got families that we do got that
We
loyalty
can't
with,
get
but
loyalty from our board.
I think we so far away from loyalty. I don't think like people
Is that
even
too
really
much?
know what loyalty is no more. Though.
I agree with that.
I don't think anything's too
So-
much. Content over everything.
Yeah.
Content.
Fight me if you don't like it.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know, you get your loyalty from
I'm not the guy for this stuff.
the
Yes,
ones who
you
gonna be
are.
loyal to you. You know what I'm saying? But that loyalty is something that you ain't gotta question either though.
You don't have
So
a script. I'm good.
I feel like you do though. I mean, like I feel
if
like
it's
you
real
do.
loyalty, you shouldn't have to question it.
Like no, 100%. But in this day and age, you do.
Well, that's what Sher's
I'm
talking
trying
about.
to exactly what I'm
That's
saying.
In this stage, you do.
He's
but
saying, Sher's saying it's a different type of loyalty they got now.
it's just that's not loyal. To
They're-
me, that ain't.
That's-
I mean, so that's what I'm telling you.
So you're saying
that's like-
Is that the word we want to use?
So-
Yeah,
so
that's
you're
what I'm
saying, like,
saying.
I think we got to change the word though, because I don't think that's loyalty. what you're saying.
You feel me? That's what I'm saying,
Now,
right?
see what David was talking about was loyalty, like in the genuine sense of like, hey,
I'm saying it in
we're
what
ride
the
or
fucking
die kinda
definition
deal.
of loyalty
Yeah.
is.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What is the definition?
I sacrifice for
What is the
you.
definition of
I
loyalty?
sacrifice for you. You
So what do we need to
sacrifice
call?
for me.
What do we
Right?
need to call what you're
You're
talking
about the cause. I'm about the cause. Like where I grew up, I'm a military brat. Grew up in some rough places. Loyalty is a big thing, but I don't see loyalty now. Like in youth sports,
that's
especially not.
Sure.
Now, but I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not talking about in the aspect of whether it should be there or not. To me, loyalty is always going to be a thing. And once you're disloyal, I look at you sideways.
different.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my
treat you
thing. And like we talk about character, right? People always want to talk about character. Well, one of the top things I'm going to list as far as character as an athlete or a student or a parent or a father or a coach is being loyal, right? We don't have that. And what's problem is that you have parents who will preach all day about being loyal to family, and then you talk about football, right? And we all say we're family.
Yeah.
As soon as old boy doesn't get 10, 15 touches, I'm gone.
As soon as he's not
That's
running back,
not that's what I'm saying. Like,
out of here.
you're not teaching them loyal. You're not teaching them that. So when they act out and they get crazy when they go to high school or college or NFL, you got players jumping 5 different teams, 4 different teams, red shirt and kit, guys playing up until they're 27 now. What I mean, come on. What are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? So it has to start somewhere. It starts at youth sports, right?
Hey, that's
right?
Yeah,
what are we ingraining in our children, right? To be loyal, right? Be loyal to your family. And then what we talk about in football all the time? Oh, we're a family, right? As soon as something doesn't go your way, I'm out.
I'm out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like,
Went to the college, right?
Yep. And it's Sure.
Then he went to high school, right?
I mean,
Yep.
I mean,
no, I'm saying that's it. Now trickle down. You know, trickle down. I mean, this is where we at now.
I feel like
it didn't stop. Say the
No,
next
you're
level.
right. You were saying
no,
it.
no.
And now we here.
We here.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
It's a mercenary system now.
We behind.
All that shit started from that though. You know what I'm saying?
We paying for
The
it.
most boom, boom, boom,
Rides
boom.
for motherfuckers.
I know.
So-
trips.
Like I say, now you know what I'm saying. Like Mike said, play the devil's advocate.
Play for free.
Now you kind of looking at it as like. At the end of the day, if that's what they're trying to get at, then why not learn it?
You know? Like, hey, no.
You know what I'm saying? I
bring up a real good point.
I mean,
Starter system
If we're really trying to teach you the game, this is the game.
There's no loyalty.
So we can teach you the
So you're teaching there's no loyalty.
the
No
economics
loyalty.
of the game, more or less than.
It's no loyalty. Like,
See, the problem is they're installing the business sense
That's a whole nother.
to these kids in the youth level
Right now.
when it should really be weighting more closer to the college level
Right now.
when they're more emotionally
this we
and
talking
mature
sophomore,
enough
junior
and
year for
mentally-
real.
We're talking about a whole nother topic.
Getting
we can get into that for
the
another
spring
time.
of sophomore year, you know what I'm saying, going to your junior year, you know what I'm saying, like that's where you start worrying about that shit at for real, like type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Anymore. 8U.
yeah.
Yeah.
6U.
man.
6U.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
NIL.
Listen.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
We can get into a deep subject with that one for sure.
Yeah.
But also, hey,
I don't know where that would be.
if we had it like that though, wouldn't we be doing the same thing?
What?
If I was wrapped up right now and I just what's up? Hey, you're really good at football. You want to
Whoa.
speed flex? I got you.
I
You
guarantee
know,
you.
hey, that one, oh, this your size right here, bro. Man, don't worry. Look, I got 100 of them, dog. This shit don't even
I
matter.
can almost guarantee the
I mean-
quality of training and football would go down for sure.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
We're gonna spend too much time like
I
teaching the
can't
economics
never-
aspect of it. We're gonna spend too much
It
time
already
doing
is,
that.
I can't even break down today. You know what I'm saying? Cause soon when you bring a kid in like that, though,
They ain't never gonna listen. They ain't never gonna respect you. They're not none of that.
Nah, they own you.
Yeah, that part. That part.
dangerous,
And
You
that's
can't, you can't tell them shit.
dangerous.
Nothing.
And the parents, damn sure can't tell them shit because they letting it happen.
no, that's
They gonna be twice as bad.
Nah, cause you promised they
That's
ass.
my little
What you mean?
superstar.
You promised they ass though. You the one said.
That's why my ass won't ever do it.
I'm
either.
finna, hey,
that
every
part.
touchdown he scored, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, little Jimmy.
I'm making a side bet anyway, so I'm finna hit, you know what I'm saying? So whatever touchdown, whatever he made, I might throw him 100. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I might throw him 100. I just came up 15. Like,
I mean,
shoot.
Shit.
so I mean,
Yeah, I can't get down with that game, dude. I don't know.
Shit crazy.
But also, I think there's a way to do it to where it works, bro. Like I really do. I really think there's a way to do it. You know,
And keep
if you don't do that upfront promise of anything, like, hey man, check it out. I got you. You get over here, we take care of you. You know, like you can't do that upfront stuff. Like, hey, come over here and I'll give you this, this, and this. But hey, you see what we looking like over here, bro? You know what I'm saying? You see what we got over here? Man, you see what we doing over here?
But the thing about it is, you always have that motherfucker that's gonna be able to do this right here.
That goes
Yeah.
back. That goes. That circles right back to that loyalty aspect
So,
of it.
everybody doing everything right, you still gonna be, hey, you're not gonna do it like this though, cause that way you take it too long.
Hey, all day. That's life, though.
That's true.
They're always gonna find the shortcuts, man.
This coach is promising.
I might get him. Yeah, I might get him.
Yeah.
After he don't try that well.
Yeah.
I need him now.
Yeah, that part. That part. I want to win right now.
So
We need to build a super team.
I don't know. I treat
Work
it
for
as
it? That's weird.
I treat it
Why
as
this guy's
the
paying
same
me
way
for
as
it?
I would that I raise my kids. Is, you don't leave your family behind, and you stick with it even through adversity, man. And that's how.
Even if it sucks.
Even if it's whole, my
100%.
my oldest, and then Elijah and Noah. Like I said, we've had some years where it's been rough, man, and there's other years where it's better. So they've seen both sides of it, so they're prepared to see those good days and those bad days, and those ones that bounce from team to team, they don't know what it's like to have a bad day.
That's what I was about to say though, but you got people like you just said. Now we talking about morals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always gonna be
because you know what I'm saying. I know, but
that's what my loyalty comes in for me. Like,
right, I know that, but I'm saying, but you got motherfuckers who still doing.
I'm saying, like, that's not gonna
everything. What I'm saying is, you got motherfuckers who are doing. Just like you said, I'm doing like I raised my kids. At the same time, they like, but I'm doing the same thing, raising my kids too though. But hey, we cutting corners.
Yeah, this is how we do it over here.
You feel me? This how, hey, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
this is how we do it.
This is how we're raising our kids.
There's a right and wrong way.
Exactly.
And when your kid comes out fucked up, then that's your problem.
100%.
And then when they don't know how to act when adversity happens, that's your problem. And
100%.
don't blame everybody else.
No.
Do it.
No, you got it wrong.
Don't blame everybody else.
That's that kid's problem. When that kid grows up and he don't know how to act and he don't. Because it's that kid's life that he's got to deal with that.
Your mom, this is everybody else's fault. What you talking about?
No, check me out. Because your mama don't go to jail with you.
Everybody else's
Shit,
fault.
but
Your mama don't go in the casket with you.
Such and such called me.
It's that
You
kid's
had to
fault.
go ahead and act like this and go there though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
It
there's no
ain't
accountability.
had nothing to do with it.
There's no accountability at
But
that
listen,
point, right?
what you missing the point though. The point is when it's all said and done, it's that individual that actually has to deal with the consequences.
Oh, we talking about the truth, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
Because check me out. Like, yeah, okay, your mom and your daddy could have bounced you around on all these teams, and they could have raised you to have bad morals, and they could have raised you to, be this way and be that way. But guess what? Your mom and dad ain't sitting in that cell next to you. Bro, they're not laid in that casket next to you, bro. That's
So now they are problems.
That's you that got to deal with that.
Right.
You being the individual. Yeah.
No, I get that. That's a part of growing up too. I get what you're saying.
So like, it's not the parents' problem. Like, look, they're really messing up.
That stems from cutting corners.
Yeah, but we talking about kids. Though. I mean, we just not there. We ain't even figured that shit out. We just talking that shit. We ain't figured it out yet.
Well,
You don't know. We might. Yeah, we're alive and we're free.
Yeah,
We're not in the hospital. So
Yeah,
I think we got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Somewhat.
We're doing a pretty good job.
I mean,
We're doing a
we
bang
try
up
every
job.
day, right? We try every day, We try.
Every day.
At the end of the day, the parents are always going to be the kid's biggest influence.
And big
So I think.
So
What you said, sir?
And biggest downfall.
And the biggest
And big
downfall.
downfall.
So I think we figured it out. Like in the beginning here, we're like, what has changed in youth football? Like, what's the problems in youth? I think we figured it out, guys. The parents are the problem.
I mean.
The bleacher creatures?
I think we figured it out.
Nah,
and
I think it's a lot of it. No, I mean
obviously
it's a lot
not
of
all of them, but it's not. I'm being very facetious when I say that, but that's 80% of it, bro.
I don't even know. I think 80% of it. Not if you're gonna say 80%, but I think 80% of it is who you play for in Little League.
Brandon Raiders.
Where you live at?
Brandon. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the problem. Like motherfucker, we play neighborhood, motherfucker.
Yeah.
If I live whatever where I stay at, motherfucker, that's where I play at, motherfucker. I ain't going.
Okay, but check me out.
2 hours that way to go play football somewhere else.
There wasn't a choice.
But
you know what I'm saying? Like,
but check me out.
You play this shit was neighborhood.
Coach, check me out now, right? Who takes those kids there?
the parents.
Right. But who get their motherfucking reap the opportunity? Goddamn.
The parents.
The parents.
The parents, bro.
It all comes down to the
At
parents.
the end of the day,
Not all of
the
them.
parents are the one. The parents are the one.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
I
I
mean,
think
The
our
parents are
personal
the
team
ones
got
that
fired.
signing them up. The parents are the ones
Our team
paying the
fired.
fee. The parents are the
I
ones
can't speak
driving
for
the
every other
car.
team.
You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Our parents,
It's the parents,
fire.
man.
top notch.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, like I said, And parents are your greatest asset and your biggest problem.
Hit it up right there.
Biggest problem,
Boys, I think we might have just did our first little episode right there, right? And with that being said, you guys ready to end it? Y'all anything else you want to say? Anything else you got?
Hey, much love for those who are watching.
Check us out.
Yeah, check us out.
Like and subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
That sort of stuff. And next week we got a special guest.
Behind the whistle.
Behind the whistle.
Behind the whistle.